Oh, hey, ladies and gents. Sorry, I was just kind of living in the moment. You know how it is. But long time no see. Sorry for the lack of content. That's been it's been a rough time. Yeah, you see, I kind of got kicked out of my old place, as you can tell by the new scenery around me. Now that having a job and just genuine burnout has been kind of hard to get videos out for you, because this channel has been the last thing on my mind, respectfully. But you good people deserve content, so I got something good for you. It's innovative, thought-provoking, thirst-quenching, and downright sexual. Okay, maybe not that one, but you get the point. I introduce to you a drink dispenser. Yay! Okay, I get it. It's not like not the biggest thing in the world, but you know, and you really need a simple project right now before I get into the big ones, because as you can see, my setup ain't what it used to be. So just give me a minute. Let's get into this amazing, innovative idea. Right now. So if you live under a rock and don't know what a drink dispenser is, let me make it simple. It's a thing that dispenses drinks. I know, crazy concept, but now that we have that under the wraps, let's get down to the electronics, okay? This thing is gonna have three main components: a water pump, a button, and a nice little plug. And also, it'll actually have a cabinet, but that's not really electronic, but it's also a big key parts to this, so kinda lied, but now, again, very lackluster. The way that this is going to work is it's just going to be a very simple circuit. You have a button that allows the electricity to go from the plug to the pump. So whenever I press it, I can get myself a nice little drink. It's not real. Damn it. I know, very complex. I had Einstein help me with this, and even he struggled. This will all be hooked up to this little cabinet that I made all the way back in my schooling days. I've been wanting to do this for so long at this point, but I just, you know, didn't have the motivation at the time, so yeah. But that doesn't matter now, because now I have the motivation. I just don't have the time. I love life. But now that we have all that said and done, it's time we get on to the build, you know, the more physical sense, so let's get to that. Damn. This thing's old. Like I said before, I've had this since my schooling days, and as you can see on the top, I've actually already made some adjustments, i.e. I drilled some holes into it. I didn't just do this for the top, I actually did it for the first and only shelf in it. And the reason for that is because I wanted to have tube running through the entirety of it. The idea, we have a source on the side, you know, like a drink or a drink that will run to a water pump that will sit right here, or probably the other way, and then that will feed into the hole on the top and run right into here, where you can set your cup down and have some nice drink. Now the way we're going to activate the pump is actually with this little button. Now if this doesn't look like a conventional button, that's because it isn't. It is a limit switch. Limit switches are usually used on things to find, you know, their limits. I know, shocker. Not a button, but it works as one, so tomato, tomato. And with all that being said, I think it's now time we get the electronics soldered together so we can kind of see what we're working with when it comes to spaghetti usage. So let's do that. Oh yeah, hold on. Quirky transition coming in. Whoa! A time lapse. I forgot to record one. Now I know, let's address the continuity in the room. I look a little different. In fact, I look like I'm about to say "m'lady," but the other guy is having a bit of a problem right now. A little occupied, if that's what you want to say. So until he's feeling better, you're gonna be talking to me. So despite there not being a time lapse, we did actually get everything soldered together. As you can see, this is the pump wired to this little switch, wired to this nice little plug, which when we plug in, you hear that? It turns on the motor. Now I didn't explain how this pump works before. So as a little demonstration, we're going to be transferring this water in this cup to this empty cup. I know, fascinating, right? I am cripply depressed. But all we have to do is put one tube in one thing. Actually, hold on. Okay, all we have to do is put it in the other one and put this one in here. We press this button and we should, in a minute, because, you know, pump. Hold on. Get some water. Look at that. Now, the type of pump we are using is called a peristaltic pump. Now, this is a pump that is used in more of a medical field because it allows the transfer of fluids to not be touched, because science, basically the way it works is you have a tube, you have a motor. The motor has little squeegee things on it. It squeegees the tube, causing suction, and it causes the water to go and move through the tubing. There's a better person to explain this. In fact,
William Osman
is the reason I even know this, so props to him. Yeah. Also, if you're questioning the safety of this little circuit that I have going on, don't worry, I am too. But the plug that I'm using actually allows me to lower the voltage for this pump to like the right voltage. English, that type shit. With the magical power of this, but with this circuit, we should be able to attach it to this little cabinet, run the tube through the holes that I have in the cabinet, and, make a fucking drink dispenser. But anyway, it's time to get this lovely little circuit assembled with the big old cabinet. So, let's get that done. Ah, fuck! Whoa, clap transition. Was that in the script? Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the official ApprovedTrash drink dispenser. Wow. I think I was supposed to say that with more charisma. Whoever wrote the script sounds really sad. But here it is, the final product. As you can see, I have all the electronics nicely hot glued onto this. I couldn't find the screws. And I have a nice little bottle full with a liquid that I will tell you what it is in a minute. A special surprise. Whoa. But as you can see, the tube runs through here to the pump, to the thing, to the liquid we're going to be drinking. On the side, we have the switch. I don't know if you can see it. You can definitely hear it. That will be the thing that pumps the fluids. That's what she said. And now, it's all plugged in. Meaning that when I push this little button, it should start pumping. Okay, it takes a minute, so bam, you see that? Probably not. I don't know if the camera can really pick up. It's very slow. So actually, I'm going to make this a little easier on myself. There we go. Now, while that's pumping, we have officially made the world's slowest drink dispenser. Literally, it'd be quicker just to make it yourself, but this is for if you're lazy, not really if you're, not that. So, yeah. So, as you can see right here, this little thing that's holding the liquid, I could have made this really uniquely designed holder that holds onto the side of the cabinet using my 3D printer and all these other skills. But you know what instead I did? I just put a thumbtack in it and used the little piece of cloth that's on the water bottle and just slung it over, and it worked just as good. So sometimes life is really just lazier and not harder. So remember that, kids should not be watching this. Kids should not be watching this. If you're a kid, stop watching now. Oh yeah, by the way, shameless plug, if you're interested in supporting the channel more than you lovely folks already have, I have a Patreon. I know. The first YouTuber to ever do that. A few videos ago, I think I said something about the memberships that I did do on the channel. I stopped doing those because logistical stuff that I don't really want to get into. I have stuff on Patreon. I have early access to content and behind the scenes stuff if you guys are interested. If you're not, I really don't care. As long as you're watching this video, you're really supporting me, so that's all I really have to say about that. Anyway, back to the drink. Now, if you're looking at it right now, it looks like it has the consistency of cum. Yeah, I know, I said the funny word, right? Cum. Funny. What it actually is Gamer Subs titty milk. This isn't sponsored. I just been fucking hard drinking this for like the past month. It's a nice little, it's just blue raspberry. It's not actual milk. Sadly, that's what we're going to be drinking today, and honestly, that should be enough for right now. We're going to do a little taste test. It's actually really good. It's a nice blue raspberry. Anyway, that's really all I have for the project. I've actually been wanting to do this for a lot longer than you think. I think I said that at some point earlier in the video. I don't even remember at this point. This video is kind of like thrown together. I'll be so honest with you. I'm also kind of happy that I finally got this finished, because this is going to be one of the projects I at least get to keep together, because normally all my projects get disassembled, and this one might get disassembled in the future, but mostly it's going to stay together, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to continue to try and make content for you guys. I don't expect it to be, you know, as consistent as I usually am, which is never, so hey, you have that to look forward to. I'm consistently inconsistent. I'm gonna kill myself. Consistently inconsistent, you know, so I have no problem with that. I do have another project. I have a few other projects that I have planned that I want to start, you know, working on. Don't know when those will be out. It might be like the inverted spearhead video, which, by the way, that video was in the works for 9 months before it got finished. So just remember that. Call me the modern day Michael Reeves. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. And I hope all of you have a great day, and as always, stay trashy.